to our current procedures. Am I missing anything?
CSF.
Yeah, we're going to cover that in a little bit. CSS is completely changing, and everybody says that it's really great. I just don't like the way it looks because it makes it look like instead of nice and pretty and fluffy. So, we'll get to that. I just don't care for the way it looks.
Laura, you have CFA on your Wi-Fi?
Just a
Just click on that.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that one.
You'll connect eventually.
Okay.
It was a little slow for me.
You have to go to Safari and
I had
accept all their things.
CFA alt mine with.
I don't know what CFA alt is.
It's just split in your Wi-Fi so that your team can use their own.
No, I don't have that. Safari and accept.
So while they're finishing that up, the only thing with the romaine that you still have to do is spin it if it appears wet, and I do really just highly suggest doing that because it will make your lettuce leaves a lot fluffier. So just make sure your team is still spinning it even though they don't have to refresh it. So just after that wash step, go ahead and chop them and then spin them after they've been chopped.
So we're not putting in ice cold water for 15 minutes, okay.
No, still need to do that for your green leaf. It just doesn't make a whole lot of difference for the romaine.
Okay.
It's very crispy when it comes in.
Gotcha.
And it stays crispy, especially if you're washing it with your cold water.
Okay.
It's going to be fine. So still refreshing that green leaf for your wraps and your chicken salad sandwiches, but not
And
refreshing.
then we're not doing iceberg lettuce at all.
Not doing ice cream. We're pretty excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I don't have to chop it anymore. All right, so let's talk about a couple of our new products. One is your baby greens. That's going to come in. Y'all's came in a 3-pound bag. They're usually going to come in a case with 2 bags with 1.5-pound bags. Either way, you're going to get 3 pounds. When you open that, you can just pour it directly into your containers. No need to rinse that. It is triple washed, so you do not have to rinse that. Just pour it directly into your containers to get it ready to go. If y'all are following along on ETMDP, I'm just kind of going through the ingredients through that. The product is good for 24 hours once that bag is open. So make sure that you place that into a container. If you need to hold any of it, it's good for 24 hours. One thing that we are wanting to point out is that we need to make sure that we're labeling all of our containers, and actually Amanda's going to pull some out in just a minute. You'll see how we've labeled them. We've labeled them, of course, with the 4 things for prep, which is your initials, the product, AM or PM, and then also the date. Any questions on the baby greens? No? Y'all should not have to order a lot of baby greens because I did a little bit of math, and a 3-pound container should yield you 96 salads because you're only putting 0.5 ounces, so y'all won't be using a lot of that. So don't go crazy and order 10 cases thinking you'll need it. All right.
So we have to sell 96 salads in 24 hours?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, no, because it should come in the 2 bags. So it should come in 1.5
half of that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely the 1.5.
Yeah, it should come in the 1.5-pound bags. It shouldn't be coming in the 3-pound. We were actually confused when we opened it up. We were like,
Yeah,
what is this? So
because that's
we
what
were
Joey
pretty
said
confused
yesterday.
about it.
There would be 2
Is that a
bags.
QCD item? Sorry, or is that a
It's a produce item.
It is
So you'll be,
produce.
this will be ordering it through Unique.
I talked to Joey yesterday, so he kind of had the heads up on it.
Okay, unique.
Yeah.
Did you give him the whole approved list? So we don't all have to do that? There's a new approved brand list on the rollout guide.
Did not.
Can you?
I will.
Since you know his name.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
know his name.
so is it on the? Is
It's
it
on
on?
the rollout
Joey's the
guide.
unique guy?
It has the a new approved list.
I will do that.
Joey's
Thank
unique,
you.
guys, like you
Dude,
said, okay.
Joey
Apparently.
I didn't know
DeAngelis.
his name either.
Those DE things, you know, those
Yes,
are
sir.
strange
Okay.
last names.
All right, so an existing product that we have that we're going to be using in a new manner is our green cabbage. You will be pre-prepping that green cabbage in the same manner that you are currently pre-prepping it by removing those outer leaves, chopping off that base, and then we'll be shredding that, similar to the way that we shred our red cabbage. And I say similar, but it's actually the exact same process. We'll show y'all in just a minute how it's being done. You can shred it by machine or you can shred it by hand as long as the shreds are 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch. So same size, everything. Same length as well. So as long as you're shredding it in the same manner, we will go ahead and shred a little bit of that in just a few minutes. Holding time for that, again, 24 hours once it's prepped. You do have the 48 hours in the pre-prep step. Once it's shredded, you have to use it within 24. All right, so now we're going to get to the parts that are different, and Amanda's going to bring it to us. So you shred your red cabbage and you shred your carrots, but you go ahead and pre-mix everything pretty much. We've already went ahead and done as much pre-prep as we can because we're trying to be conscious of your time, and she's grabbing cabbage, so I'm actually going to go ahead and walk out this way and grab this. Kendall, would
Kendall when she comes back.
Did you put it on the nugget chopper?
No, it's the,
There's one that has a single blade,
yeah.
but I've never used that.
I thought it was the,
Like the biscuit mixer?
yeah,
Yeah.
We use that.
yeah. It's that.
Shop right now.
It's the big chopper
You
thing.
don't have one of those. You don't have one of those.
Okay.
That
I
attachment.
just put the mixer in soccer. I'm not using it anymore since we love biscuits.
That's how we chop it.
Okay,
There's a specific blade for red cabbage
gotcha.
that's
Okay.
on the thing that does the biscuits and mixes
Okay,
everything.
I
It's
didn't
a big
know.
mixer.
Cool, thanks.
There's one that you can get for hand because we don't use the biscuit mixer anymore either. But it comes with
Like the carrot chopper?
yeah,
Yeah,
it comes out
it's
just
not
really
the
like
mushy and
Really?
it blends them.
So better
It's
just
not
to chop
crisp.
it with the,
Yeah,
no problem.
we used to do that with the barbecue.
yeah, it was terrible. So we started getting reach on it because it was a lot better.
Yeah. I don't think we'll do that.
What are you talking about, Jerry? I'm only going to send you a copy for. I got
for sale
got a
today.
movie theater right beside me.
Okay,
Popcorn and everything. You know.
so this is our cabbage and carrot blend. Again, your cabbage shreds need to be 3/6 or 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch, and your person did an amazing job chopping it. We were like looking at it as we're looking at it.
Excellent.
Beautiful. So 3/16 is the largest. Your carrot pieces will be again 3/16 of an inch as well. You're going to blend this, and you're going to blend it by weight. It doesn't really matter what weight you choose. You can choose
It's equal.
a pound and a pound, 2 pounds, 2 pounds, as long as it's done completely by weight.
Okay.
So this is your new change. This product is just sprinkled over the salads, and rather than doing 0.5 of each ingredient, you're just doing 0.5 of both of them combined. So cutting out about half of what you're doing currently on your salad.
Deal with that. If you can tell me how to send it to you, you have a copy.
All right. Again, 24 hours hold time on that as well from time prep. The next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to make the blend for the hot wraps. Kind of what we were talking about last night with the wraps. I feel like you're not going to take as much time on it as you think because you actually blend everything together except for the chicken. So we're going to blend red cabbage and carrots together with bacon and cheese. So everything is blended together, and we're actually going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to wait for Amanda, so I don't have to leave the room again. But we're going to go ahead and blend that together in just a minute so y'all can see what that looks like, and we'll use it for the wraps in just a moment. Next thing that we have for a product that we're currently doing is a fruit blend, with the exception of the grapes. We're doing a fruit blend with just red apples and green apples. You'll do 1 pound of green apples and 2 pounds of the red apples. And that's going to be for one of the salads. There's no grapes on that salad. It'll be blueberries and strawberries.
Is that blend? We're not getting a separate QCD shipment. We just use what we have.
You'll use what you have.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yep.
So then we'll have more grapes in our fruit
Yeah.
cups, which customers will be happy about.
Yeah. Well, you'll still have the same amount because you'll still blend the other one the same way. You're just gonna have extra grapes. We're gonna have to figure out how to work
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we're gonna have to
I think
figure
they'll
out
be
how
happy
to.
about that. Because the grapes taste much better than
But
apples.
she's saying the recipe hasn't changed for
Yeah,
the
the
fruit
recipe
cup.
hasn't changed for the.
So you're not allowed to put more grapes in, is the corporate answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot of grapes sitting around dying.
We
Fruit cup-
haven't-
Our
we
fruit cups
haven't
are gonna taste
changed
better than y'all's.
Yeah.
It's gonna charge a premium price for that. All right, so new product is blueberries. Blueberries are gonna come in a plastic tub with a plastic wrapping around them, and that product does not need to be rinsed as well. It is triple washed, so it does not have to be rinsed. You're literally gonna open the package, pour it into a container.
Awesome.
We're trying to cut out all the hard
That's
steps,
right.
make it as easy as possible.
That's
So
right.
those do not have to be rinsed. Your team does need to go through those and make sure you don't have any squishy ones, any nasty ones that you don't want to serve to a guest. Absolutely. Same thing as the grapes right now.
So
Just go
those are
through and make sure they look
smooth,
nice.
The squishy ones go in your
Holding
smoothie.
time on those, 24 hours. Y'all are kind of seeing a trend here. 24 hours for all of our prep ingredients. Next new item is our roasted corn. This item I didn't bring out yet. It is comes in frozen, so it will come in cases that you'll stick in the freezer. Needs to thaw for 30 minutes before we start to mess with it. So we just put it on a red food tray, thawed in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, and then we added it to our blend, and we'll be using that for the salad in just a few minutes. Guess what? Frozen roasted corn quickly as the rest of the ingredients. So 14 days on that, and all of those times are on your ETVP. You can walk your team through that. Diced eggs is a new ingredient for salads as well. How many of you know that we harp into you, make sure they're frozen when they go into the chicken salad? Have to be frozen going into chicken salad. Well, for this, we want you to thaw them for 30 minutes before you put them on the salads. So you're going to pour them into a 2-quart, let them thaw for 30 minutes, and then you're actually going to keep them in the 2-quart so that you're not putting them up in your salad roll because they are an allergen. So they will be held in the 2-quart under your salad roll. Those, again, 24 hours from the time that you open them and put them in there. The bag kept frozen is 14 days. Any questions on that? Bacon, my favorite ingredient and the easiest one to make. Open the pouch, it's in the refrigerator. Open the pouch, pour it in the container. How long do you think it's good in that container?
24 hours.
24 hours, right on. In the package, fold it down, put it into a container. It's good for 6 days. All right, blue cheese crumbles. Not really excited about those because I don't like blue cheese, but other people will be. They're coming in little tiny packets, which is good because once you open the packet, it's only good for, just kidding, it's good for 6 days. But when it's put into the container, it's 24 hours. But once you open the package, it's good for 6 days, as long as it's folded down and put into a container. Those, they just come in refrigerated. You just keep them refrigerated. No special instructions for them. All right, pretzel rolls. I'm really excited about these, and y'all are going to get to try them. They are in here somewhere. There they are. Thawing procedures for your pretzel rolls. Sorry, sir. You'll take your pretzel rolls out of the refrigerator. You will place them, and I've already dug into them and had one, so there's not 9 on this one, but you'll put them 9, so you'll put 3 to a row. Put a piece of your parchment paper that you use for your cookies on it, and then stack 3 on top of it. You can do 3 rows of 9, so you can hold 27 in a 12-quart. They need to thaw for a minimum of 3 hours. They can thaw overnight, but the minimum time is 3 hours. You can actually thaw an entire case of these at a time. I believe that the time is 12 hours, so you'd have to, if you have like a huge order for them, you can just leave a case out overnight and allow them to thaw
In
that
the
way.
case?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
good.
Yep. An open case on a shelf or bread rack. Add a day and lamp of stickler, just leave it sitting out
That is
for at least 12 hours.
How long are they good for? You said last night?
As long as they are in a closed container to keep them fresh, they're good for 48 hours. Once you package them, which they're packaged in our cookie packages, once you package them, they'll have to be thrown away at the end of the day because they won't be fresh.
They're in a cookie package that says cookie
No,
stuff on it?
it's in the cookie package, but there's no labels on the actual cookie package.
Oh.
You put a sticker on the back, it'll be a pretzel sticker.
24 hours
Yep.
out of the day.
So 48 hours in a sealed container, 24 hours if you package them. Any questions on the pretzel rolls? Y'all are going to have to try these in a minute. They are so amazing. They're really, really sweet, like super sweet. So yeah, they're pretty amazing. All right, any questions on those so far?
Nope.
No? Awesome. All right, so I think that the last ingredient that we actually need to talk about is just our bottles of dressing for the hot wraps. And I think that we'll just hold those for the same time that we're doing our hot wrap mixture. We'll wait for a minute to get back to those. All right, who's ready to talk about preparing salad and salad base? Y'all are? Awesome. I'm going to go grab the scale, and then we can all prepare our salad bases. All right? Now at this point, y'all can wash and sanitize your hands.
Oh, okay.
How about that?